Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. And today, guys, as usual, we have to discuss about several big topics, big bombs, big stories. So as always, guys, remember, here together every single day you can find all the latest. Just subscribe to the channel, comment, send in your likes. We are always here to keep you updated. But today, before discussing one of the biggest topics of the week, and one of the biggest topics of the next days, and it's going to be Diomande, the winger from Red Bull Leipzig, because we have big updates about him. Let me mention quickly one of the heroes, one of the faces of the World Cup 2026, Vozinha, the goalkeeper from Cape Verde, because I told you over the recent days on the channel that Chilean club Colo-Colo made a proposal to sign Vozinha, and now the deal for Vozinha to Colo-Colo is almost done. Just waiting to sign the contracts over the weekend. Then from Monday, the travel is scheduled to Chile for Vozinha, the Cape Verde goalkeeper. Everything is set. Here we go. Just waiting for him to sign. And so good luck to Vozinha, who found a new club after a fantastic World Cup for him. Don't forget the clean sheet against Spain, the only team to get a clean sheet against Spain, and then also a fantastic performance against Argentina. So a special moment for Vozinha, who is moving to Colo-Colo. So the transfers happening after the World Cup. But talking about one of the players who were expected at the World Cup, who had a fantastic season at his club, is Diomande. And we have to take a minute about this, guys. We have to discuss about Diomande. Big Bomba, big update. Real Madrid are going all in for Diomande. But what happened? Let's explain the situation and let you understand what's going on with Diomande. At the beginning of the market, Liverpool were leading the race to sign Diomande. They presented an official bid, 90 million euros plus 10 in advance to Red Bull Leipzig for the Ivorian winger. Then Red Bull Leipzig decided to reject the proposal, to say no to that amount of money, and the deal didn't advance between the two clubs. Also because on one side, Liverpool didn't have an agreement with Leipzig, on the other side, Diomande indicated to Liverpool that he wanted to go to Paris Saint-Germain. This was around mid-June, so more than 1 month ago. During the time, Diomande and his agents reached a broad agreement on personal terms with PSG. Nothing signed, nothing completed, also because you need club to club, of course, he's not a free agent, but a verbal agreement on contract terms, salary, length of the contract, project. Diomande several times said that his father was a Paris Saint-Germain fan, so a very good connection with the club. So Diomande was ready to go to Paris Saint-Germain mid-June. What happened is that over the last 3-4 weeks, Paris Saint-Germain have been in contact with Red Bull Leipzig. They tried to close the deal with Leipzig, but there were 2 points, 2 issues. First issue, the price. Someone said that the deal can be closed at less than 100 million euros. Not true. Leipzig always wanted more. And then, so the first point was the price. No agreement, club to club, between Leipzig and Paris Saint-Germain on the price, despite several rounds of negotiations. And then, second topic, important, really important topic, it's about the situation of Diomande in terms of agency, because there was some confusion for the switch of agency. He's now represented by Rock Nations Sport, but from his previous agency insisting on some private stuff he signed before joining Rock Nation, so there was some confusion around the player in terms of agency, and so this was also representing an issue. So several conversations took place. Paris Saint-Germain remain in talks now to find a solution for Diomande, but then Real Madrid have entered the race very strong. Real Madrid are into this deal, and Real Madrid already presented an official bid to Red Bull Leipzig. But before explaining this, let me remind you, I came here on the channel, it was last Friday, 1 week ago, and I told you, watch out for Diomande because some clubs have started calling for the Ivorian winger. Some clubs have started trying to understand if there is a chance to enter the deal because PSG are yet to close the move. The 3 clubs, trying to enter the deal were Arsenal, because Arsenal made some calls to understand the situation, Manchester City also made some calls to understand the situation, and then Real Madrid. Real Madrid have entered very strong. These 2 English clubs, Arsenal and Man City, were calling, how is the situation, can we enter, how much is the price, what's going on with the agents. So just trying to understand the situation in general. And then Real Madrid, arriving very big, arriving very strong. Real Madrid said, okay, Paris Saint-Germain can't reach an agreement with the club, but have an agreement with the player. We go straight away to the club, Red Bull Leipzig, and before any approaches to the player, go all in with an official bid. Real Madrid sent a bid in paper to Red Bull Leipzig. 90 million euros plus 10, 100 million euros. It's not exactly the same as Liverpool, because the 10 million euros offered by Real Madrid as bonuses, as add-ons, are quite easy to reach. So almost 100 million euros fee on the table for Yan Diomande. Red Bull Leipzig, according to my information, said no. They want more than this to sell Diomande. Ideally, around 120 million euros package, the deal could get done. Now, the conversation is with the first official bid rejected. Now it's on Real Madrid, but Real Madrid are absolutely in the race to try get the player and to try anticipate Paris Saint-Germain. So work in progress on this one. I will tell you more over the next hours, but Real Madrid are working on Yan Diomande, and that's a bomba for sure. Then guys, more to say. Just quickly, many questions today. Kerim Alai-begovic, Bosnian winger from Bayer Leverkusen. Some of you ask me if reports from Germany mentioning a 34 million pounds bid from Chelsea are accurate. My understanding is that Chelsea are not spending 34 million pounds. Chelsea are discussing with Bayer Leverkusen. Chelsea approached Bayer Leverkusen, but at the moment they are yet to agree personal terms and yet to agree on a fee with Leverkusen. They are talking, so there is a conversation and negotiation ongoing, but yet to agree on all terms of this deal. Chelsea are negotiating, Chelsea like Alai-begovic, but Chelsea are not spending 40 million euros on the boy. So, or the price remains around 25, 28 million euros, under 30 million euros, or Chelsea will not overpay. There are also Italian clubs involved, because Atalanta have been trying for weeks. More Italian clubs are involved in the race, and so it's also going to be on the player to decide. Xabi Alonso is a big fan of Alajbegović, so Xabi Alonso is a factor here. Let's see what's going to happen, because for sure there is movement around Kerim Alajbegović. Again, Chelsea will not overpay, Italian clubs are there. What's the difference? Chelsea can offer something for obviously the future. So the idea of Chelsea is come in and then let's evaluate what's the best pathway for your future. Obviously, if he's joining an Italian club, is to be a crucial player immediately, a starting 11 player immediately, something that Chelsea now can't guarantee. So let's follow development, but also for Kerim Alajbegović, there is big movement ongoing. Guys, many big stories, many big news, more will follow in the next hours, so stay tuned here on the channel. Remember to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, to subscribe to the channel, and see you soon here with Fabrizio. Thank you. Ciao.